Greetings everybody, and welcome back yet again to doing some more Minecraft stuff and things. I hope y'all are well. I also hope y'all enjoyed that time lapse and the addition to the base. Check this mama out. It is really starting to come along now. I am super happy with it. I feel like the texturing and the jungle leaves and stuff like that really helps set the base into the environment a little bit more. That way the foundation doesn't look like it sticks out like a sore thumb so much anymore. But other than that, I have some other things to show you. I have been up to some stuff. One thing you didn't see in the time lapse was this lower section of the courtyard here that I was working on a little bit. I put in a couple of trees, little garden area with some bees up there. I wanted to start getting some honey, so I did that. A couple more trees up here, but that was it. I didn't do anything else up here. Just kind of messing around with it, trying to get a feel for how I want this place to look eventually. But let me show you some other things. First of all, I fixed the crop farm. As many of you noticed in the last episode, this thing wasn't working quite how it should. So what I did was I went ahead and just put in a minecart system down here. And now it works wonderfully, honestly. I'm not sure why all the villagers weren't trading, but they weren't. And so now it works. I have all the crops I will ever need. Another thing that happened was an unfortunate addition to the Wall of Death. You see over my right shoulder here, the remains of Frank next to Bird. Never forget, if you were there, and you know. If you weren't, you don't. We were streaming over on Twitch, and we were trying to get a glow squid, Frank, and unfortunately, he didn't make it. Another thing we were trying to do is find a brown panda. And Westy, don't think I've forgotten. I'm still keeping my eyes peeled for a brown panda. Another thing we did over on stream was we went ahead and we got all of the dye, because for today's episode, I would like to try and get a sheep farm set up so we can start getting some more color in here. I really like what the shutters have done for the build overall, just being that pop of bright color to contrast against the dark wood. And I want some more of that. I want some banners, I want some more carpet, things like that. So we're going to get a sheep farm going. And we'll just do one of every color, and we'll put it down here with the rest of our farms somewhere. I'm thinking maybe over this way, maybe next to the sugarcane farm. We can line them up right here in just little pods, and then that'll still give us room for some other farms over here once we have time. The first thing we'll have to do is find some sheep. And that actually shouldn't be too terribly difficult, because these two hills, first of all, that's Horse Hill over there. This is horse 6 you guys are familiar with. Every horse I've gotten has come from that hill. I don't know why, but passive animals spawn up there like crazy. Also, that hill over there, that's Sheep Mountain. Look at all those sheep. We're going to go up there and we're going to get as many as we can. Bring them back down here. We need 16 total. I'd like to get them gathered up, and then we'll get them into a little staging area where we can breed them. Get all of them that we need while we build up their little enclosures, their little sheep paddocks. Come with me, little sheepies. Come, come. Come, come. Come with Ultra. Come now. Yes, I will take very good care of you. You can trust me. Look at this face. Come, come. You too. Come, come. Come, come. Come on now. Don't lose interest. Come on. We're almost there. Come, come. Come, come. Now... go. Oh, they're not surviving that fall. Whoops. Perhaps there's a better way? Yeah, there's one. Okay. They're fine. They're fine. You're fine. Nope, you're not fine. You'll be fine. I just need 2 of you. You're fine. See, they're fine. See, and now I will reward you for your bravery. Come, come. Make more. Make more. All right, and so it begins. Okay, Shep are here. We have 4. We need 16. So I'll be doing some more breeding over time. But while that is happening, I'm going to figure out how to make the little pens, how I need to make them. with the storage and item collection and blah, 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 all over here somewhere. So we'll get that built up. Then we'll get them all dyed their appropriate colors. And then after that, we will ship them over and get them into their new forever homes. I was going to have a super cool time lapse of this farm being built ready for you guys. But unfortunately, I don't know what I've done to my replay mod to make it only want to work some of the time. I can never tell when it's going to work and when it's not. But anyway, we are here now. I've got this much of the farm built, and I realized that I've actually run into a snag. I got my first sheep in, the white sheep, and when I took the lead off of him that I used to pull him in there, I noticed that the minecart wasn't picking it up. It was just sitting there, and I thought, well, what the heck? I did do a little bit of research on these farms and how they work. I thought that was supposed to do the trick, but then I noticed I put the minecarts on the wrong freaking grass block. I put them on this one, and they're supposed to be on this one. So here I was thinking the farm was done, and I was ready to put sheep into it. And it turns out I need to destroy all of this and completely redo it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this right. I'm going to get the sheep dyed, get them in there, and I think I'm just going to bring you guys back when this thing is done, which just so happens to be right now. It's done. So this thing, kind of anticlimactic, I know, but now we have access to a bunch of wool and all the colors of wool. I couldn't be happier with this, actually. I got it built. I AFK'd for a little bit, half hour, maybe 45 minutes, I don't know. And I've got an average of a half a stack in each chest, so I'm pretty happy with that. But because my replays kept getting messed up, I'm not satisfied with this being the end of the episode. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to give the replay mod one more chance. And we're going to try and do that forest that I talked about a couple episodes ago. Over here somewhere-ish is spawn. And I'd like to turn this whole area into just a giant wood gathering area. I've got a ton of stuff in my inventory here, a bunch of the saplings, a bunch of the wood. And we're going to take that over there, and we'll just probably extend this path into a big circle around here. And we'll just plant a bunch of saplings everywhere. And this will be where we get wood from. I think it'll be a pretty cool little use of that spawn area. So I'm going to try and time lapse that, and we'll see how that goes. When I needed wood before, I had no problem kind of just coming out here, picking a spot somewhere, planting a sapling, chopping the tree down, and going about my merry way. That has built this entire place, gathering wood that way. But for some reason, my brain decided that I needed an entire area devoted specifically to gathering wood. And so, as you saw in the time lapse, I went ahead and did that. And while this might be the most unnecessary thing I've built so far, I think it turned out pretty cool. We will have some more things along this path eventually, leading back towards spawn and our new forest. But for now, check it out, you guys. What do you think? We've got different little pods. There's still some trees growing up that still need to grow up, some aesthetic trees. But what we have is different little pods for tree chopping. In here is our little birch pod, and any of these trees can be cut down, replanted. Same thing with our jungle trees in here, spruce trees, etc. And outside of the pods, we have some decorative trees. So for example, out here, these ones are all just kind of decorative, just to add to the foresty feel. Same thing in here. There's nothing, I'm not going to cut any of these down, but I do have this spot for gathering some of the nether wood. That way I don't have to go into the nether, because we all know how I do in the nether. But I think this place turned out pretty sweet. Back here's the dark oak area. And again, we're surrounded by just some decorative trees. There's a bunch more out there that still need to grow up. But that was all the saplings I had. This is my little acacia area. Every little area has a barrel for storing saplings or leaves or whatever. And a little pond spot over here. So fun fact, this pond, this was where we got all of our obsidian in, was it the second episode, third episode maybe, I don't remember, but whenever we got our enchanting table and our nether portal, this was the lava pit. So I turned it into a pond. And I considered filling in this gap over here, but ultimately I liked it. I thought it made for a nice little creek. So we built this little bridge over it. Nothing too fancy, but just something simple so I didn't have to jump over it. But what do you guys think? You'll have to let me know down in the comments below. Was this the most ridiculous excuse to build a forest ever? Was this completely unnecessary? Did I waste my time? Should I have just continued going outside, planting trees, and being happy with it? I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it probably was a waste of time, but whatever. I don't care. I like it. You guys let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time.